Okay. Actually, wait, no, whores don't get paid to have sex. Prostitutes get paid to have sex. And
prostitutes aren't whores.
No, a whore gets paid to have sex.
Yeah, but if you do it without getting paid, that's kind
You're
of a whore
whoring
move
yourself
too.
out. You're whoring yourself out for money. You're
Okay,
Yeah,
I
but
guess
if
I've
you're
only
doing
heard
it for
used.
free, you're not like not.
But like if I don't pay for sex, that makes me a whore.
Yeah.
or a rapist.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
that too. You didn't think of that one.
It's the only two things a man could be.
I can't wait to cold open with that.
Speaking of, welcome to the bracket, episode 36. Today, we are doing things that we wish we were better at, and we have Kate joining in for the first time.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm really excited.
Do we choose her at random, or do we think that she would have a lot?
I think she's going to have a lot of stuff she wishes she was better at. Right?
Yeah, we picked the biggest piece of shit in the office who would need to improve on the most.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just follow the stink lines.
Exactly. So we have a lot to get to, but first let's hear from our first sponsor, Game Time. Baseball is back, and the only place to get the best, cheapest, last-minute tickets is with the Game Time app. Have you ever dreamed of sitting in a seat that you never thought you could behind home plate, first row in the outfield catching dingers? It's all possible with the Game Time app. It's the biggest last-minute price drops. They can all be found. You can basically find the seats you never thought you could buy on Game Time. I'm going to be using it to buy a lot of Yankees tickets this summer because they're apparently kind of good now, which is great. And I'll be buying basically every single sports ticket I get from now on the Game Time app. And, you know, as soon as the Suns go to the playoffs, maybe I will buy a ticket to one of their playoff runs in the finals like this year. I tried to do last year, but I missed my flight. That was a whole big shebang, but whatever. The best part of this, by the way, you get $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app, go to the account tab, create a login, and redeem code LCB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Download Game Time. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, thanks to Game Time. First up, we have the number 12 seed versus the 5 seed. The 12 seed, I'm curious what the reaction to this is. It's cooking. Cooking was a lot of people responded with cooking because they think they suck at cooking, and being better at cooking would be, I don't know, advantageous. And that's going up against the number 5 seed, just general fitness, being better at fitness, being better at taking care of yourself, eating healthier, going to the gym more, doing all of those things, like being more dedicated to the craft.
Yeah.
But Owen, we'll start with you. Cooking versus fitness.
So fitness, we're doing eating, just general health.
Yes.
I think probably like waking up early, going on runs when you have free time.
Yeah. So then
Working out.
Yeah, that beats
being in better
cooking
shape.
because I think cooking would probably be a part of that.
If you're a good cook, you might be able to make healthy food taste better.
Yeah, meal prep seems to be the way to go. Yeah, so I'll go with overall fitness.
Overall
Health.
fitness. TB12 Che.
I don't want to offend anybody with this take, but I think if you're not able to cook, you're just super lazy. Like it's very like
Shots
there are.
fired at old Kate. Okay.
I mean, it's if you want to learn, it's very easy. Just look up a video on what you want to cook, or just like follow a recipe. It's not like brain surgery. Like you're literally just putting something in a pan for the most part and doing it. So like I did not know how to cook a long time ago, and I want to make this. All right, there's literally a cheat code on how to do it. You just look it up. So I don't know. I think that's just a general complaint. I don't think that that's something that people can attempt to do and be very bad at. Like if you actually put the work in, I don't think you can be a very bad cook.
So like famous chefs, do you think they just have more ingredients? Like what?
I've seen
what do you
more
think makes
YouTube
them
videos
So
better?
many
than
YouTube
anybody.
videos. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So absolutely you can get to like a certain level, but like I think you can get to a very competent level that you're happy with by just trying a little bit.
I think if
And that probably makes me sound like an asshole, but
the
like
question is, would you want to be great?
yeah, like would you?
Which one more?
Yeah.
so again to clarify, the fitness is that just like basically being ripped?
Yeah, we could say that. Like being
Yes,
dedicated to being
definitely.
Yeah,
Much
I'm
rather
thinking
be
of like
ripped.
dedication. Like if I set an alarm for 6 to go on a run, I'm never going to do
No,
that.
never.
not a chance. What would you think the best thing you can make is, Jay? Like what's
That
your
I can make
your best
like,
recipe?
my best dish. I make pretty good steaks, but that's like very simple. I don't know.
Are your steaks the equivalent of benching 185, less, more?
Yeah, that's a good question, Kyle.
Yeah.
What is like the bench press weight equivalent of your steak?
It's a good question.
Incredible question.
Maybe like 225.
That's your steaks are equivalent.
Yeah,
of
so you'd
pretty
rather
Yeah,
be
have a chase steak.
They're pretty good, yeah.
Wow.
I have to check that one out.
Marinating?
Yeah, I do on the stove and then I do it finished in the oven.
You tenderize?
Yeah,
That hammer?
You get the hammer, don't you?
No, I
You
don't.
reverse.
Oh,
Oh.
I do that.
Not in your cheat code.
No, reverse searing is starting in the oven, right?
No, you go pan, oven, pan.
Oh no, I just do pan oven.
Give a sous vide a try
Salt,
one day,
pepper,
Che. I think
butter.
you'll like it.
anything with a meat thermometer, that's where my threshold
It's not
is.
a sous vide is, but
I'm out.
Are you
Yeah.
basting? Are we getting butter, rosemary? Is everything involved? Or
No, it's usually just like straight up olive oil, some obviously heavy
165.
Right.
seasoning. Yeah.
What would you say, Kate, if you go to a diner? What's your go-to order?
My go-to order
Very curious.
usually back in the I'm hammered drunk. It's 2 a.m. I get, those diner fries that have like the crisp on the outside, that like crinkly crisp. I get a dish. I say, not a cup, please. Bring me a dish of honey mustard. And I'm literally like, my hands are dunked in it. I'm eating it off my hands with those fries. And then I get some kind of like club sandwich. And then I also just dunk the whole thing in the honey mustard.
Basically, like standard American fare, like fried food, stuff like that. Would you ever consider getting flounder stuffed with crab meat?
You'd have to be a complete moron to do that.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would, Kate.
There's a cardinal rule. Cardinal rule of
No
diner.
seafood.
No seafood.
It's
Other than fried calamari.
it's very good every time.
So Che actually kind
Promise
of
you.
he dunked on us with this because he said every diner does this, and we're like,
Yes,
no
they do.
diner does this. So I called my local diner while we were doing this, and they're like, yeah, you want that? We got that. It's on our specialty. It's like,
Oh.
He was almost insulted.
Yeah, they were
to ask
insulted.
them,
Yeah.
Of course we have to stuff flounder with crab.
yeah, it's like, of course we're gonna do
We're a
that.
diner.
Yeah, we were dying.
Yes,
We're wasting my time.
that's what I'm saying.
All right, Tommy, cooking versus fitness.
I mean, the fitness is just so broad, but I did one time try to be fit, and I was told I looked repulsively gross.
I remember that.
You were
Yeah.
jacked.
I remember
We were all joking. We thought you looked
Yeah.
a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
you looked way
Dave
better.
was
You were
troubled. I
gaslit
was
into
troubled by
thinking
it.
the way
Dave
you
was
do.
serious, and he's the only.
Dave wants you to be
matters.
uglier and weaker. And
I mean, I think cook. I really
The
wish I could-
cheerleader effect, by the way.
yeah.
I really wish I could cook. I just think it would be cool. Like you'd save money. You would be healthier by doing it. You could impress people with doing it. Like, I'll watch a Chef Donnie video where it's like, it's annoying how easy he makes it look. Where like, oh, you just,
It is very easy.
no, it's not. He'll just be like, you have this ingredient, and then like 4 minutes later, just has an entirely nice dish. I think being able to do that, impress people with it. Fitness is just too general for me. I'll fucking run on a treadmill if I have to. Like I'll go cooking here.
One for cooking. Kate.
You're onto something with impressing people. I'm picturing single Kate here back in the day. Like, I didn't care if a guy was that fit. And actually, a guy who was super fit, I was like, oh, he cares more about himself than me. I like a guy with a dad bod who's let himself go a little bit because he's got plenty of time to hang around with me, do nothing. I appreciate that. 2, if he can cook, my God. I mean, Pat could cook. My baby
oh,
dad.
nice,
and now he's
nice.
my baby dad.
Yeah, look what happened.
What happened?
What
Yeah,
happened?
that's proof
I'm
positive.
just saying, proof positive. Let someone come inside you. If they,
Yeah,
that's a
right.
pretty good thing.
you
And
let him marinate.
You gotta soak it a little bit. Yeah.
yeah.
Literally put 2 buns
Sprig
in
of
the oven.
basil in there. Yeah, it was, and then also too, like I feel like you don't need if you can cook good enough, and you have a healthy enough diet. Like you don't need fitness really. You just kind of be fit.
That's fair.
It is.
And also think to that point, like if your significant other is very ripped, you have to be worried like all the time because
Yes.
you don't want to feel like you're like they're out of your league or anything like that when if they go out or you go out. Like, you don't
Right.
want that.
And I need my woman to cook for me.
Oh, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like if I'm fit and I notice like my significant other packing on some pounds, she better tread lightly. She better tread heavily.
Actually, yeah. All right, Nick.
I'm going food.
Cooking versus fitness.
So when I was writing down things I would be better at, and then like these are 2 things that I haven't written down, I've realized you only want to get better at things to get laid.
And like 90% of the stuff on this list
90%
is
of-
sexually.
Yes.
Even if it's subconscious, you're doing it to impress women.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, but we also determined, this is another thing, Kate, we determined that women would become men if men didn't exist.
Yes.
Like,
No, tits wouldn't exist.
tits wouldn't exist. That was it.
Men didn't exist.
I'm already.
Women
proof
would
the
evolve
evolution's
into men.
happening.
Women would evolve
They
into.
evolved to appease the man.
Exactly, yeah. Sorry, so Nick, you're going to go with...
Sorry, but so the thing about cooking is these 2 matched up against each other. If you can't cook, there's always somebody that can for you. Fitness, there's nobody that can force you out of bed. There's nobody that could, put these weights in your hands. So I'm going to go fitness.
Another one for fitness, KB.
It's fitness by a large, maybe not. But the better you are at cooking, the more you have a second job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Just
good
a lot
point.
of work.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
great
a good
point.
And the more you want to impress people, the more you have to cook and do that job, which is a job.
But I mean, working out a lot that's a lot of time consumed too.
Right. And now I'm like backtracking because
yeah.
I love buying gear and tech, and like those were like knives that are rainbow on the blades and shit.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be sick.
The better you get at fitness, the less of a job it is, the more enjoying it is.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm sure if you're really good at cooking, it's enjoyable.
It probably is. Mine is, but personally, I don't want to have to do that type of work.
Versus
See, I'd rather be dicing onions than lifting weights.
I trust like establishments and other pro chefs to like feed me.
what do you think is a better, as far as like, I guess expressing your attractiveness to others, like the feeling of seeing someone bite into something you made and then being very satisfied by it? I think it's better than them looking at you if you're really hot.
I could give a fuck.
I don't know.
I care more about my
own.
own personal enjoyment than other people's. Like, I never bought into it's better to give a great gift than to receive a great gift. It's better to get a great gift. For me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's better to give a mediocre gift.
All right, next up, they're going to move on. Fitness is going to move on. That is, we have the number 4 seed. This is on a couple lists, which I didn't expect, but I think it works. Languages, like being good at other foreign languages or other, not well, just other languages, not foreign languages, but just being good at other languages, which I think would be really cool. Versus, this is what the number 13 seed. Tommy, you suggested this one, and I agree. Not having wrinkly clothes, like just being better at laundry. I've tried a trillion different things, and none of them work. I always end up having wrinkles when I take stuff out of the drawer. Can't figure it out. But KB, you start first.
I don't give a shit about laundry. I fantasize aggressively about being a polyglot.
Yep.
I also reverse fantasize about learning a specific language like Portuguese, Russian, and then never having an opportunity to showcase it.
Ooh, yeah.
I would just have to start just blabbering in Russian on my own accord, and no one would care.
Yeah.
I took Italian in middle school because I wanted to be able to talk to my great grandma in Italian because she was from Italy, and she died like 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's
taking it. And I was like, now I know this language for a country with declining population.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more disillusioning to become fluent, and then you realize how often can you use it, but it's still that.
You didn't
Love
jinx
that.
it though, KenJac.
What's that?
You didn't jinx it.
No.
No, it was 100% my, because I even told it to her too. I was like, yeah, I'm going to learn Italian so we can like talk.
It's probably just real old.
She was she was that too. But I don't think I helped the situation. Nick.
How'd you tell her that?
Languages have always perplexed me. It's like one of the things I'm the worst at. You know, I took Latin in grade school, Spanish in high school. I took Russian in college. I took a Chinese class like weekly when I moved here at first.
Too many languages.
I wanted to steal your girlfriend.
God damn it. We better remember my name.
Shui shui. Oh, she's
Not right.
dude.
Not right.
I don't.
Good.
Yeah, see,
She's
I'm
good.
horrible at it.
Yeah.
You said water, I think, actually.
I thought, who fucking knows? But it's the hardest thing, and I've also dreamed of being a polyglot. I watched this polyglot who just passed away. Rest in peace, Lu Shao on YouTube. It's awesome, I think, to learn languages. And I want to experience. My friend had an exchange student from Spain, and I was hanging out with him. And then like one weekend, he was like just sitting there quietly, and he said he started thinking in English, like in his internal thoughts. And I want to know what that shift feels like.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's like sad. Like 2 people of different languages are pretty much like the other is an animal to you. Like you can't.
That's racism.
You can't communicate, and you can't communicate with them, and vice versa.
Yeah.
In any way, so you pretty much aren't humans in the same vein.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Rub their hair.
Well,
What else do you do to these people?
I don't. Well, by that logic, I think deaf and blind people wouldn't be humans.
He's thinking
you
about it, yeah.
Talk to deaf and blind. We could talk to blind people for sure.
You could talk to deaf people, they won't listen.
Different
Yeah.
languages then too.
Yeah, sign
You wouldn't
language.
understand each other. I think that's what KB is saying.
Yeah, they're
understand
ASL
the
speakers or Braille speakers. Yeah,
Braille.
same,
Yeah.
Braille speakers.
They just-
I mean, there's communication when you see
It's-
people of different languages.
Yeah. All right, Kate.
People go abroad.
Languages versus no wrinkles in your laundry.
No, I mean, I've never ironed. I can't remember the last time. The military's the last time I used an iron. That's because like we had to or we'd get yelled at. I do not give a shit about wrinkles. I don't care when I see a wrinkly person, especially I think working here like ruins you.
Yeah.
Because you're like, we all look like shit. That's the thing.
we are so fucking ugly.
Yeah, you would
Dude,
not believe.
It sucks that we're in New York City.
gross.
Because as soon as you walk outside, you're just like, oh my.
We're grosser than we are ugly, like the way we present ourselves and dress.
And we're adjacent to the Fashion Institute of Technology.
We're right across
All
the
the
street.
cool kids are smoking the cigarettes and looking cool. And
We're also on camera, maybe more than
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we care more.
any job in the world. Like even like actors and actors, they're only on camera for
Yeah.
a certain. Like we're on camera every day. We just don't care.
I wear no
You think
makeup.
we would
ever.
care?
Zoom on me.
care a lot.
Zoom on him.
Yeah. I do not
Got a
wear
Bugs Bunny t-shirt
The
on.
shirt's vintage.
I
It was
cared
sent to
way
me
more
when I got
before
it.
this job.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes
significantly more.
no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Also, too, so I was in Afghanistan, and part of my job was like go out and live amongst
Here
the
she
women.
goes.
I know, but I'm saying they spoke Pashto, which is like a very niche, like whatever. And we were expected to completely connect with them and like help the hearts and minds and blah, blah, blah. But like nobody understood what the fuck anyone was saying. So the higher ups would be like, what progress are you making? It's like, well, we played charades for 5 hours today. Nobody knows. I don't know. And so I wish like I could have gone into that, like fluently speaking it. I feel like I would have like been a fucking rock
But
star.
then you would have been fucked when you came here. You'd have the same issue Kyle was talking about where you're just like,
True.
hey, anyone want to speak
I can
Pashto?
speak
Yeah,
Pashto.
you're right. I would
Yeah,
never
if you
use
ever
it
need
again.
Got some Urdu? Anyone want
Yeah,
to listen?
yeah,
Like,
true.
no
It's,
one
it's
understands.
tough to show off a language like
Okay.
that without being like
Like it look like an asshole.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I would seem like a douchebag.
like that one
But-
kid that goes and orders Chinese food.
Don't get me started.
Oh, I know
Damn,
exactly. what you're
Xiaoman.
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Fuck that guy. Tommy Smith.
Yeah, the wrinkles is really personal to me, but put up against the juggernaut of languages,
Yeah.
it really seems rather trivial. I probably just should stop doing my own laundry or fold it better or whatever. But yeah, being able to speak other, like I took Italian for 8 years, from 7th grade through sophomore year.
Oh, say something.
All I could
same
say
sentence
is
every time.
the same one. Io ho studiato italiano per 8 anni.
I
ma
studied
io ho
Italian for 8
dimenticato
years.
molto, but
I don't get how
forgot
people
everything.
learn them. They're so
It's hard.
hard.
Well, that was my point.
Italian?
It's like probably in my prime of learning it, I was okay, and like the fact that
Yeah.
I did it for 8 years, and at best I was okay, and now I've forgotten everything, just means that learning language is just so hard. So if I could speak multiple ones easily, it might be useless, but it'd be cool, and it would help you get laid.
Do you guys wish your parents like now that I've done like
Yes, I wish
I'm like
Yes,
should I push
yes.
him into learning
Yeah,
the language?
yes,
I feel like I
absolutely.
should because I
Easiest
wish
way, yeah.
I wish
Chef
I
Donnie went to a French school, right? They only spoke French in high school.
Chalamet too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
So Chef Donnie just speaks fluent French.
I didn't know
That's
that.
sick. But we don't know it because he can't.
You can't show it off. There's no
highlight
French
it.
people
Yeah,
here.
it's-
That proves he's not a douchebag that I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So
he didn't
this
make
is
it.
just
He's
basically we're
douchebag,
just
he's douchebag.
listing all things Donnie does. He
Yeah,
does
cooking.
fit,
Bravery.
His
Yeah.
clothes are
Unwrinkled
so
clothes.
smooth.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay.
He has to get so much pussy, right? Where is he?
It's gonna move on.
Fucking.
But Che, what would you pick? Languages or no wrinkles?
No wrinkles for sure. Ironing stuff is a pain in the ass. I have zero desire to speak a different language. If I knew how to speak a different
Again,
language, I wouldn't use it at all.
It's the
What if you could like speak like what
I
is
wouldn't like to like speak Mandarin, like get back. I don't know, like feel your roots somewhat.
Dude, you know how
People do
long
that.
a flight to China is? It's
no,
like
no, I know, but
there's Chinese people here?
this
That
is
a lot of
like
Chinese
a
people here.
hypothetical where your life gets taken over and you become very gifted at something.
I'd rather just have like pretty neat looking clothes.
For sure.
It's a good point.
I would have went languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have the number 9 seed versus the 8. The 9 seed is finances, just general finances, being better at finances, investing, doing 401ks, Roth IRAs, all of that sort of stuff, being better of that sort of thing. And that's going up against the number 8 seed, which is a combination of both being, let's say, good at an instrument and also singing. So you can pick either or both.
Musically inclined.
Yeah. So we'll start with you, Owen. Music/singing versus finances.
Yeah, finances I'm not good at, but I don't really have a desire to get better at. Music and instrument and singing. Singing I would like just to be better at for when I sing in my car. Just it's like less embarrassing.
Just for you.
No, or if people are there. I enjoy singing. I would like it to be less bad for other people.
That's another one. It's tough to show off without kind of looking like a douche, unless you're incredible.
That's the thing.
Right.
I wouldn't need to show off. I would just like to be less bad.
Gotcha. Okay,
So I would do that.
one for singing. Jay.
As a guy who recently got his automobile repossessed because I failed to make auto payments, I would have to choose finances for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tommy.
That's singing easily. There's nothing I fantasize about more.
You do it all the time.
I do it.
anyway.
I'm not even good, and I do it just because I think, well, I'm not horrible. But yeah, no, it would great.
You are. That's what
You
made the
are,
songs
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. If
Oh
you're,
no, those I was horrible at. But my Frankie Sinatra.
Who calls him Frankie Sinatra?
Frankie Sinatra.
It's Frank Sinatra.
It's not horrible. I did perform with Pup Punk once.
Now.
Regrets. I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more. Much more than this. I did it my way. That wasn't the worst thing.
Wasn't the worst
Oh,
thing
you
ever.
have a good voice.
Pretty
honestly.
good.
I'm going to a Yankee game later
Even if
tonight.
you
I
were-
already know they're going to lose just because of that.
Even if you were really good, I would be just as uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was like
the
when
thing.
you were.
I would be
fit.
more uncomfortable if you were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
but
pretty
it's singing.
Yeah, singing Kate.
Oof, I love a good karaoke night, and it is embarrassing when you stink at it. But when somebody gets up and everybody's kind of drunk, and somebody blows everyone away, and that's like such a good feeling. I want to know that feeling, and also because the instruments included, right?
Yes.
I grew up I was a total Weird Al head growing up,
yeah,
and I feel like
Yeah,
I
you
would
were.
crush it
makes
here.
sense.
UHF, top movie. I feel
Great
like
movie.
I would crush if I could play guitar and Weird Al. Everybody loves a good parody song, right?
Yeah.
Is that's what's holding me
Still
back.
crushing it.
I know, no, you're right. Yeah. So I just would love to know an instrument. I feel like too, like as a pastime, like my mom plays guitar, piano, banjo, like all these things, and somehow I know nothing. And I just feel like it's just a good.
Yeah, I don't think it's like genetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it passes on, unfortunately. Nick.
I think the threshold for enjoying playing an instrument or singing, you don't really have to be good, and you still get enjoyment. A lot of the bands I listen to, their singers are bad. Bob Dylan's bad.
Macy
Yeah,
Gray.
Bright Eyes are bad. Yeah. You don't really have to be that great, and you can just learn a couple chords, and you're passable, and you can play most songs if you know 4 chords. Finances are tricky. I mean, if everybody understood them, everybody would be rich. But I do fear if I was rich, I'd probably be an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one. But I'm going to go finances.
2 for finances. KB.
Yeah, it's singing. I think in the hierarchy of mating, singers are at the tippy top by a lot.
If you could play guitar too, or like you could play an
phenomenal-
instrument.
That's famous singers. There's
Yeah,
so
no, I'm
many
talking
good
about
singers.
being phenomenal at singing.
Doesn't matter.
It's
It
the
doesn't
ultimate.
guarantee fame.
But it would still be the ultimate.
No, because
Andy Moore
even
in
as
this
a
whole
like,
Be lazy.
even in high school, it was the guy on the boardwalk with the guitar who got the girls. Like that was like you don't even have to be that.
A mating ritual,
Yeah.
basically.
Not our high school. Ours was still like caveman, just like it was the largest.
Largest human.
Largest.
Most
Most
likely to
mass.
mate.
Yeah.
The most mass. But Kyle,
no symmetry.
you just said singing. Remember when we were at that camp?
Police.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. Yes, I think if you're a very good singer, you're just very good, and you bust it out. I'm kind of repulsed.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's like stop.
You're playing a drinking game. One of the cards was you had to sing. It was the rule this person made, and we caught them palming the card, so they would have to pull it.
Oh no.
Yeah, yes.
I love everything
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
It was. Oh man. Yeah.
Wait. Do they work here?
No,
okay.
no.
Okay.
And Kyle was tripping on
I was on
mushrooms.
shrooms.
Very
yeah. I was losing it.
Did you say that in Wheeling, the least symmetrical human is the most likely to mate?
As long as he's big.
Yeah, it's just size, dude.
It's an asymmetrical
It's
large
just
man.
size.
I think I would pick like probably production, like to
Okay.
be a DJ, and just
Yeah.
that's like the
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
the job that would be.
Yeah, that's a job.
Martin Garrix's best life ever.
Yeah.
Or Steve Aoki, he just throws
It's like-
cake at people. And
DJs age well too.
they do.
They're all 50.
Good
Yeah.
skincare.
They look
Yeah.
like
Even, like,
25.
Did you see what Calvin Harris looked like before he became famous?
Not all of them.
Calvin Harris, point there. But like Calvin Harris, before he became a famous DJ, he was the ugliest motherfucker you have ever seen in your life, and he just became instantly hot.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Oh, any guy with a talent is like hot to me, pretty much. You don't have, yeah.
Any talent?
Like, well, I'm just saying, like, there's something about talent that makes somebody hot, kind of. They don't have to be physically
Live
hot.
chat's just practicing juggling.
I don't know. They're just, I don't know. It's low standards, I go.
On the subject of finances, show of hands in the room, does anyone know how credit card points work?
They
No.
they
Or like your
transfer in a
credit
different
score.
number.
No.
Yeah.
Points. Score, I know.
You
how
do
talking
it.
about with,
Yeah,
like-
you just spend money, you get points.
Yeah, you
I
get
know,
points.
but like
There's
I've talked to people that are like, oh yeah, I have like 20 credit cards because if you open this, then you get like this reward and you get this reward, and I use this for like flights. I use this one for groceries.
Airline miles is such a scam because like you have like 24,000 miles on your
They
It's not
expire.
actually 24,000 miles.
Yeah.
It's like $400.
So it's
They
also
got me in
expired.
college all the time. They're like, if you open this credit card right now, they'd be right off campus, like with
Yeah.
a tent. We'll give you a pizza and a T-shirt, and I had like 10 credit cards.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Either way, singing / music is going to move on, and they're going. Now we get to go to the number 1 seed versus the chain game. The number 1 seed, everyone I think had it. It was sex. It was sex. Everyone always wants to be even the best person in the world at sex wants to be better at sex.
I certainly didn't write that.
That was number 1 on your list. That was
Counterpoint.
And we also had we had different types of sex listed. Like you had regular sex, other people had homosexual sex.
Who wrote gay sex?
What if you were like?
I don't know.
What if you were?
I bet you I'm trash at gay sex.
I'd be terrible.
What if you were gifted? Like you were incredible at gay sex.
But you're straight. You're straight.
Would you like try to test it just to like?
You were the best receiver of gay sex.
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
world.
Fuck, that suck. You're like,
I'm so good at getting
The
fucked.
Mozart of getting butt fucked.
yeah.
How would you? That would be a tough life.
Would it?
I could control each rung of my ass. It hits every pressure point of the cock.
He started playing at the age of 7.
And that's our chain game. We got a lot. Number 1, which you mentioned, Che, scheduling auto payments. That's going underneath finances, though, so we don't have to include that one. The second one was telling your barber to fix something.
Oh,
I like.
Man.
That's a good one.
I suck at that. I'm such a pussy.
You also had yo-yo.
Yep.
You really wish you were like a lot better at yo-yo.
Be cool to be better.
You want to do like all the tricks and shit? Where like
Yeah.
cats in the cradle.
yeah, walk the dog. I kind of wish I
Yeah.
could do that one.
They bang Kate.
You could definitely bang.
You could easily.
Yeah.
Is it a talent?
All you need is a
Yes.
Could he still bang if the yo-yo had a brain? 'Cause it was you were a cheater on the playground if your yo-yo had a brain in it.
What?
What does that mean?
What is that?
Brain was the automatic spinning thing in it.
Oh yeah. If you could do enough tricks.
Omegas had brains. Like if you used a Duncan butterfly, that was the classic.
Fucking butterfly.
I wish I could get rid of some of these facts, but I
Come on.
People yo-yo and hacky sack at the same time, or was there a
feel like
passing of the torch?
It was
was a-
yo-yo into hacky sack.
yo-yoing evolved into hacky sack,
Yeah.
which evolved into rip sticking. Actually,
Yes.
Oh,
Ah,
ripsticks.
yeah.
That's
Hated
right.
that era.
And devil sticks.
and then
Devil Sticks
and
Danny.
What?
Devil sticks Danny.
Swagways just ended the trend. I think it ended
Now it's like
there.
the one wheels.
Hoverboards had a minute.
Yeah, it's. I think it's the guys that do the foil boarding now. That like
Oh,
they push,
God.
like the board kind of floats
Oh,
above the
yeah.
water.
I hate the fucking the mono whatever the motorcycle one wheel things whatever
Yeah.
they're called.
Up a wheelie?
Yeah.
No. It's like you ever seen
They're called one wheels. I
They're
think.
called one wheels.
called one wheels? I hate those guys so
Yeah.
much. I hate seeing them, especially because like when they get off and they just like pick it up in their hand. I'm like,
I'm too self-conscious to even if someone gave me one for free, I would be like too embarrassed to take one through the city. If that makes any sense, I don't know.
they're the worst.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Another one in the chain is being a world-class spy.
Oh, cool.
Not bad
Whether
actually.
it's
Yeah.
spying.
Mine. That was mine.
That's cool.
There's nothing I want to be. I mean, talk
that
about
face
sing,
again, Che?
if I could be a spy. Oh my god.
Your blogs would be
You would
amazing.
you would tell
I know.
everybody.
That's the
I know.
problem.
I'd be like, guys, I'm the like. I'd go to a bar and like wherever, just be like, I'm the best spy in the world. I'm US's greatest asset.
There's this guy in the shadows singing Frank Sinatra into his headphone. Next is that pistol move where you spin it and put it back in the holster.
Yep.
That was next.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, not entirely useless for anyone here, but yeah.
2-seat.
Next is, and this is yours, Nick, too, which I thought I really liked, knowing cool spots.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Really good one.
That's a great one.
That's
Yeah,
a
I'm
really
the
good
worst.
I'm so
I panic and I
my
forget
friends are
every
in
cool
town.
spot when I have to pick.
Yeah, fucking go to 235th. I don't know.
Took my fucking
Like-
friends to Potbelly to eat when they were in town.
You ever been to Gem's Saloon?
Exactly, yeah. Next is knowing what a circle is. I'm not going to say who put that in. Not going to say. Oh, actually, wait here, because we have Kate on. We should ask her. What would you rank these things as far as how much like a circle they are? A dog's belly when you pet it.
Circular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, that's
Sure.
the
Same thing. dude.
Sure, Chad.
Okay, so dog's belly when you pet it. How circular is that?
Scale 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Let me pretend, I guess, for a second here.
Don't put your hand in the circle, because then that's the circle. Just the
Oh.
dog's belly.
1 to 5, 5 being a
Three.
circle.
A 3. I guess.
3?
Fair. Let's move
I'm
on.
so confused.
We're
about
at a 0 on that. I think most of us except for Che. How about when you catch a fish and you're reeling it in, and the fishing rod does like that little arc? Is that a circle? Is that circular?
No, 0.
Yeah.
Oh, boo. Peer
What about-
pressure.
Oh no.
This was peer pressure.
What about a
I've never
cat's?
seen-
What about a cat's spine when you pet it? When it like does cat's pose?
Oh, that's another 3. I have
Yep.
a cat. He does.
It's just an arc. What was the other? The football helmet?
Oh, that's like a 4.
Yeah.
Pretty circular.
Close. Do you think that's a 4? Like that close to
There's
a perfect
plenty
circle?
of things that are 5s. There are plenty of circular
Just a
things.
little
that are
literal circle is a
just
5.
fi-
I
yeah.
don't know. It's pretty circular.
There's another one too. I just can't remember.
How easy were you recruited into the
Super easy. Super easy.
Another option.
t-shirt.
Another option is seeing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wish
that
you
one
could
person
see
here.
better.
Oh yeah.
Glasses.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm blind as a bat.
Yeah.
That would be.
Growing height wise. Not
How
gonna say.
hypothetical is it for seeing better? I'd love to be able to zoom in on things.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
if you could just, like, improve
super
your
far
vision.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growing.
I don't know if that's a skill.
Well,
Height.
I mean, you don't wish you could grow more.
It's not skills. It's things you wish you were
You were better
Better
at.
at? That's
Yeah.
not something
Imagine
you
if you
can
were.
be good or bad at.
Imagine you were better at growing when you were younger.
Okay.
Imagine your penis is better at growing.
Yeah, it applies to anything you want.
Okay.
Remembering your friend's name after he catches you having sex with his girlfriend, obviously.
Right.
And then fixing stuff. Fixing stuff.
Fixing
that's
stuff
awesome.
would be big.
I'll go over the options of the Cheah game one more time before we pick one.
Wait, can I? Or do you? Is this?
You can add anything
I
in.
didn't
Yeah,
know.
this is all like a plan.
Oh, I wish. Can I say a couple?
Yes, absolutely.
I wish I was better at like fashion. I have no sense of style, and I see people here wearing like cool shirts and shoes and stuff, and I'm like, I don't have whatever it is
Rudy.
they have.
Owen's good at it
I
too.
don't
I
have
don't know
that.
how
Pretty
you.
good at
Pick,
it.
I don't know how you pick things out.
Yeah, Owen, you just always look cool, and I don't. I could not. I don't have that.
I let other people shop for me.
Smart.
Technology, computers. I
Yeah.
always think I'd be better if I could edit my own videos and do blah blah blah. I could like really achieve exactly what I picture in my head, but I don't know how to do any of that shit, and I know deep down I'll never learn it. Emotional intelligence. Like I'm like, don't reply to that troll. You've been here for 5 years. You know better. I'm like, well, actually, I was fighting with a Tony Soprano's fake Twitter account the other day. Like,
over what?
Always Tony.
I justify it by they're not fake Tony Sopranos. They're real
That's Tony
adult
Soprano.
That's Tony
humans. Like,
Soprano, yeah. But you'd think
yeah.
I would know by now, but I have like no emotional intelligence. So every single time I'm like, don't actually. So that's stupid. And then basic math.
Basic.
Oh, I
math.
can't
I
do basic math.
Can't do the most basic shit, and it's embarrassing. Like I had to get out my tip calculator last night. So
I was just going to say, adding tips. I just tip everybody $10. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, that's bad.
$10. I bought a $7 Pepsi yesterday. It was I don't know why it was at a bar. It was like $7 was my bill. The tip might have been included. I don't fucking know. $17.
That's like it's way too much for a Pepsi. If it was a Coke, I would agree with you, but
Sure.
a Pepsi, that's way too much. All right, most of those are included in some form in the other side of the
Yes.
bracket, so I'm going
Okay.
to include emotional intelligence on here. So here are options again: telling the barber to fix something, being a world-class spy, the pistol move, knowing cool spots, knowing what a circle is, seeing, growing taller, fixing stuff, and emotional intelligence. Owen, which one stood out to you?
I'd love to be taller. I don't know if that's a skill though. Knowing cool spots rules. Nick showed me my favorite taco place in the world.
One in
Tacos are
Chinatown?
my favorite food. So I'm forever thankful to him. And it's
I showed that to
such a
you too,
cool
Tom.
Show me
move.
the same place. It's so cool. The whole alley is cool.
Yeah, he showed you a little after he showed me.
I did. Yes.
Yeah,
All right, knowing
knowing cool spots.
Jay?
So fixing stuff certainly is something I would love to be better at, because whenever something breaks in my house, my wife will look to me and I'm like, I don't fucking know how to do it. So
And the marriage is something you would like.
Yeah.
You'd love to fix
Right.
that.
Yep, for sure.
I think we're in a good spot there.
Fix things.
But yeah, like I tried to add like a little kid's toilet seat, like so they don't fall in like a smaller
Yeah.
toilet seat. Took me like 3.5 hours, and then end up with a lot of yelling, and then I
fix the
did get
marriage,
it to work, but then another part of the toilet was leaking, so we had to call a plumber, and it cost like $350.
Yeah.
So that would be the most advantageous, but I'm always such a pussy when I'm getting my hair cut and they like miss a little spot, or I think something should be corrected, and then I just go home mad, and I'm like,
It's probably because
you're
you're asleep and you didn't.
Yeah, that's also true.
well, no, they like present it like, oh, there's a look. So I'll like tell my wife, like, can you like fix this spot? She's like, why don't you just tell them there?
Do they wake you up to show you the haircut?
I'm like, I'm not like blacked out like this. I'm like just like kind of silently like catnapping basically.
Dozing
And then
off.
if they, like,
So you just have your eyes closed.
no, I'm asleep because
No, I think
I'll wake
I think
up.
long blinks are naps in your eyes.
No, like there are because like I mean my haircut is pretty basic.
You like-
I'm not getting like moved all around.
You don't almost like fall asleep when they jump in a pool. Like, just like,
Yeah.
I fall asleep every time I sneeze. Quickest nap
you
ever.
do.
such power nap.
I can't not nap. when
So
I sneeze.
you're gonna go with the barber haircut thing, yeah. Tommy,
Knowing cool spots easily. I feel like Nick is someone that does know cool spots. I feel like
That's the thing. You need to know like 3.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, that's
but she should know more.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd love to know cool spots. I never whenever so in town, where do we go? You just recommend the same bars, the same regular restaurants. It would be cool to know all these cool places people go and
Yeah.
Boy, Maresh is great
Yeah.
at it.
Maresh is awesome at it. Kate? He's never recommended me a spot.
I know.
The haircut thing is huge because like I've been in a chair when they're physically burning me with the curling iron, and for some reason I'm like, don't say anything, just take it, don't say it. Like I don't know why, but I can never speak up. And like I've been like, just an inch please, and I've watched as they start cutting like 5 inches off, and I'm like, gotta be polite, like whatever. And like it even goes to like waxing and stuff too. Like I've seen that. I'm like, that's way more in my eyebrow than I wanted, but I never. And then I always give a great tip, always, and I'm like, I love it, thank you. Like it's my job to make them feel good. So I wish that, but I'm gonna go with knowing cool spots. Nothing feels better than when you recommend a good spot or like a good show. Like if I see a good comedy show in New York and I see it's going through Indianapolis where my cousins are, I'm like, you got to go see so and so. And when they write back and be like, that was the fucking best night, blah blah blah. I'm like, yes. I don't know. That's a really good feeling. So I'm going with knowing cool spots, like cool things.
I think it's gonna move on, but Nick?
Yeah.
So the barber, I've had a lot of issues with I've gotten really bad haircuts. The last haircut I got, it was like $8. They were like, is it fine if we give like the person that's training let you do the haircut? And it was when I was home in Wheeling. I don't want to say the name of the place.
How many barbers could there possibly be in Wheeling?
But the name of the place is hilarious. It's not my typical spot, which is Friends, which I just used the logo of the show Friends. That's where I usually go. I go to Lisa. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Lisa wasn't there. She had no kneecaps at the time. She had to get them replaced, but they ran out of kneecaps, so she was kneeless.
Tell me the name of this place.
Please.
Is Stradwick's Fade Cave.
No, it's not.
it's not Stradwick's.
No.
Stradwick's.
Keep looking. There's also Lisa's Harem, and there's Lisa's Harem 2. It's neither of those as well.
Studio Delhaven,
No.
Ease Barbershop.
Nope. It's not a barber. It's more of just a haircut place.
Jack's Barber.
And Lisa doesn't work at one of those two. She works at Friends.
Every person that cuts hair in Wheeling is named
Lisa, yeah.
Let's see. I gotta like switch it. Vanities. That's
No, there's
Meraki.
not main attractions either.
Studio 586. Cirque de Cheveux.
No, it's a funny
Hair
name.
Loft. Great Clips. No, that's pretty rare. Curl Up and Die.
No, it's not Curl Up and Die.
Why do you have so many weird
Curl
places?
Up and die, yeah. DYE, of course.
Jade Cave's my favorite.
Lisa's Harem. Yeah, this one you mentioned before.
Little known fact, you guys named every barbershop in Wheeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corner Barber Styling.
And for a town of 15,000 people, we have a lot of beauticians.
I was going to say there's like a million red dots showing up.
Hotheads.
No, it wasn't Hotheads. Is it with Hotheads with a Z?
There's so many of
Yeah.
them. I like Lisa's Harem a
All
lot.
sound like you named them.
I know, dude.
Which one of these? Which is it? There's literally
You gotta
so
say the
many.
name.
You
It's
have
not
to
bad
say it.
publicity.
It is bad, but because I had to go to another haircut place. I had to go to Lisa's
It's
Harem.
not bad publicity.
And
You
then
can't complain
Lisa
about it.
brought out all the other Lisas that were training under Lisa, and they all laughed, and they said it was the lumpiest haircut they've ever seen.
Okay, I think I found it.
What was it?
Frank's Hair Quarters.
It wasn't Frank's Hair Quarters.
How many of these places could possibly exist?
How many people are you really going to deter that like are going to hear this and be like, oh, I was going to this place today and now I'm not?
It was holiday hair. It's Christmas themed.
Oh, okay.
Their logo's like a candy cane.
That guy's whoever's listening to this and was going to go there is now going to Frank's Hair Quarters
Yeah.
without
Right.
a doubt.
I was going to Holiday Hair and send
It was at Holiday Hair. The haircut was $7, as much as a Pepsi in New York City. But tipped him 10. It was the worst haircut I've ever gotten. I wish I could have said something. But with that being said, it's fixing things.
Yeah.
The satisfaction I got, I had a clogged shower drain this past weekend, and fixed it. Felt great.
The first pictures of like from Holiday Hair, like none of them are particularly.
That is so depressing. That looks
Yeah.
like is that a mannequin or a real human?
I have no
I
clue.
genuinely
You can never
cannot
tell. It's right next to a Tumblin' Tots, which is
and a U.S.
an
veterans
obstacle course for kids.
Did you just drive by it and you were like, fuck it, I'll try?
No, it's right in my neighborhood. It's just right there.
And it's right next to a Veterans Affairs Department. Yeah, you gotta go check this
All
place
right,
out.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
What would you pick, KB?
I think fixing would be the best option. But again, it's the better you are, the more work you have to do in your life. And when you just accept that it's
true.
kind of demasculating to suck at fixing things, you kind of just, no one expects you to.
I would love to be the guy that somebody goes to for tools, though.
Yeah, that is always nice to like. Yeah, I know you got like a snowblower or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, oof. All
I
right.
feel like every neighborhood had that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Guy,
for sure.
our caddy corner neighbor had the tool shed in the back, and like whenever any of the other dads needed.
Ours was Rusty Jebbia.
Oh,
He had an old
Have ya?
school military Jeep.
Wow.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it had a big gun on the back.
Sweet. Yeah. Hell
He had
yeah.
a technical in his house. That's kind of cool, actually. All right, so KB, you get to vote first then. Che and Game.
I'll go the hot spots.
Hot spots versus
Push
sex.
it through.
No. So we're now that's already moved.
Oh, hot. Hot
Knowing
spot.
the spots versus sex
What do we do in the hot spots for in the first place?
to get sex.
Yeah, it's sex.
One for sex.
I like impressing the boys more than having sex.
Oh, you could
That would impress me if I was
impress the boys
fucking
with sex.
Yeah.
fire.
What's this up? Whatever it's up
boys.
against.
It's sex versus knowing spots.
Knowing spots.
Knowing spots. Okay, Kate.
Knowing spots. Yeah.
Knowing spots. I'm going on a little run. Smokes.
I mean, I don't want sex to just win the whole bracket, but it's gonna move on here.
Sexes?
Well, we'll see. We got some. There's a couple more votes left. That's preemptive call.
Oh, I said I'm just no. I'm saying like it's gonna move on for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jay.
I mean, if we're talking about jargon, knowing spots.
G-spot,
G-spot.
baby.
Ooh, yeah. Good
Being
point.
good at sex is knowing the coolest spot.
It's true.
It's true.
Actually, pretty warm in temperature. Really?
Mine have always been freezing
Cold.
to the
I think it's one or the other.
Almost like a wart
Yeah.
snapper.
Yeah.
Feels like to me.
They don't exist.
I'm gonna say knowing spots.
Knowing. Wait. So which
Oh,
knowing
shit.
spots? Actually,
Knowing
knowing
hot
spots.
spots?
Okay.
Yes.
Say you're a married man. How about you? Even if you knew all these hot spots,
Who
how would
cares?
you? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Press on
Kids.
date night.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Owen.
I would have went cool spots. Oh,
Oh well, it is
it counts?
3-2 right now.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
cool
doing that too
spots.
because I'm plenty good at sex. So I don't want to.
I don't know. I think sex is like pretty good as is. I don't think you have to.
Right. As long as you come
Maybe I'm
by
vanilla.
the end, like who cares? Right.
The thing is,
It doesn't matter if the.
I
other
never
person
want to be the
likes it.
best of the two or three. Sex is better when I'm the worst of the two.
I've never came on mine or somebody else's tummy and been like, I wish we had a swing involved.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Looking back, I wish there was a
I
swing.
guess that would kind of suck if you were the best at sex and no one you had sex with after was like better than you. So like every sex you have is a letdown in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
Maybe
can
it'd
never
be-
fuck someone
Right.
who fucks better than you.
Right.
It'd be the best to be the worst.
16 seed's going to move on. Before we get to the second half of our bracket, we're going to hear really quick from our second sponsor, Roman. All right, let's talk about Roman. The folks over at Roman, which is an online men's health company, are changing the game with Roman Swipes, the secret to longer lasting sex. Roman Swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, and fast acting, but don't require a prescription, which is really nice. Roman can ship you swipes in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. They're super easy to use. Just take the swipes out of your packet, swipe them on, let it dry, and you're good to go. That's it. Go to getroman.com/lights to get $10 off when you choose a monthly plan. Okay, thank you to Roman. Next, we have the 11 seed versus the 6 seed. The 11 seed, a lot of you had like a different version of this, so I'm just going to include it under just like the label of STEM. So science, technology, engineering, math. One of those things, being better at, or some of whatever those things, which includes technology here.
Yeah.
So like being better at any of those more scientific type areas. And that's going up against the number 16 or number 6 seed, talking to girls, specifically girls, we said.
I didn't put that in.
Oh yeah, no, just making sure. We could say talking to the opposite sex. We could turn it into. So Owen, talking to the opposite sex versus, or talking to a party you're interested in. How do you want to phrase it, Tommy?
I didn't submit this.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Owen, what do you think?
So is it like spitting game or just talking to girls?
We'll say spit and game.
I'll do that. I never really got into that, but so yeah, it'd be cool if I was good at that. STEM was the one subject I never had any interest in getting any better at science at any point in schooling.
What if you could be like really?
I was
good at
always
math?
like somewhat interested in math, history, writing, everything but science. Nothing.
So math is included
interested
under
me
here.
about it at all.
Math is included under the STEM.
I'm
label.
already very good at math.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Guy. Right.
I was also born with a math superpower, so
I know.
yep,
Look at the odds, me and you.
yep. So I will have to go with what was the other option? As a shoe-in.
Spit and game.
Game. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was terrible at that for
Oh, we
Dozens
told us
of
the
years.
stories. What was it? You got
How did you
rejected
beat
by
your
mid-
wife?
How'd you?
I mean, I was okay at that point. I mean, it was like late 20s, mid to late 20s.
And you went up started spitting?
We used to work together.
Oh,
Yeah. So I've married my coworkers before.
So did you know you were spitting game, or at first you didn't ever realize it was game that you were spitting?
I was not spitting game at first. It was just like
It's the purest form of
literally
game.
right.
How did it escalate into something more romantic?
Sex, probably.
It had to have been the fucking, right?
In a simpler term, yes, that would be correct.
We just went straight to that. Like there wasn't even like a warm up or like.
Straight to the pros.
Okay, fair.
Hell yes. Was it like a Christmas party or something?
No. She had left the company by that time.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We were both free agents at the time.
Wait, I need this.
Smokes.
With STEM is like I submitted this on as like hacking and like
That can I can include that under engineering. Yeah.
cool.
Under engineering, computer engineering. Yeah. That definitely counts.
All right.
I think
You're a STEM major if you major in code.
Are we going way too broad on all these? I feel like it's nicer.
too broad.
It's nicer when
Right.
we can argue something more specific.
I don't think hacking is.
Because then we end
But
up
that's the
talking
thing.
about different stuff.
But that's the thing is, if we include just like science here, like no one's picking science, so we're spitting.
No, I know, but we could do
Do math.
STEM. But we
Yeah.
don't have to do like being a cut. I don't know, maybe.
Well, that's why I was asking if this include with like technology, but
I think it should include. I think we should
All right.
include.
Let's replace the science with sex.
We already have sex. You want to?
you dogs.
yeah, I mean, spitting game. All you have to do is say I work for Barstool. You know,
Fair, yeah, good
game
point.
over.
That does work,
Eva.
right? Does that work for you guys? That has to work.
For bimbos, Tommy hooks up with, not
Yeah.
my tatted indie chicks.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, might be a
It
problem.
hurts for Nick.
I'm gonna go STEM. I think it'd be good. It'd be cool to hack.
Cool to hack. Okay.
It's not that hard to talk to guys. You guys
That's
are pretty
very- good
simple
point.
creatures. It's really like shooting.
Weren't you the one that said like a guy could just have one skill and they?
Yeah.
Maybe it's that my standards are so low that I've always just gently succeeded them. Yeah, no, talking to guys, I guess I'd have to go with STEM because I don't think it's that tough to.
Hand him a jump
guys.
rope.
And you reeled in the beeve.
I reeled it.
You reeled
You're
in
right.
the
I really
Damn.
reeled it in. I would say too, like working. I think it's easier for us, for women working at Barstool, to get guys because so many guys are like Barstool.
It's true.
You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can get you a T-shirt if you want. Yeah, no. Anyway, stick with STEM.
Be like a straight guy working at like Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
point.
Last pat.
Right,
Be
yeah.
fruitful.
Will you tell me what Big Cat's like in real life if I eat you out?
Dude's like keeping the towel away from Kate. Just be like, "What's Dave like?"
All right, Nick. STEM versus spitting game, Nick.
Spitting game has evolved. I think like back when it was spitting game, it was I was think bad at it, like where you had to be like smooth, and now all you kind of have to do is just be nice.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be not a complete freak.
Yeah, I think that's what it's come down to now. STEM, I'm awful at all of those things. I'm going STEM.
Talking to girls.
Talking to girls.
Yeah.
Spitting game is going to move on. And now we have the number 3 seed versus the number 14 seed. The number 3 seed is fighting. A lot of responses saying this, because if I think it adds a lot to your confidence if you know you can beat anybody up. Like if you I feel like you wouldn't be scared of anything, literally. And that's going up against the 14 seed. A bunch of you had Rubik's cubes, but I'm just gonna say Rubik's cubes / puzzles.
A lot of us had Rubik's.
A lot of Rubik's cubes responses. Yeah,
Under spitting game. was a good
List
choice.
everybody.
yeah.
Who put Rubik's Cube?
I put it
Rubik's
on.
cube.
Show it, Jay, and
Rubik's cube.
Yeah.
I think we
Rubik's cube.
solve a Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube. Solving a Rubik's Cube is just wanting to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Well,
Like
And you learn it and then
speed
do it.
solve.
yeah, but that's what we're talking about. Like being really good at like that, and we'll say other puzzles.
Evan Cole.
Cup stacking.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
used to love cup stack.
Shout out Dale Lamoureux, the fastest pizza box folder.
Yeah, shout out
Oh
to
wait, I do
him,
know that
yeah.
actually. Never mind. That backfired in my face.
Yeah.
But yeah, so puzzles / Rubik's cubes against fighting. KB.
And if you're really good at the Rubik's Cube, nobody will ever want to fight. It's
Oh no.
Right.
It's fighting. I would never want to be the guy who gets in fights, but so many things, I have so many inhibitions about my lack of confidence, or involving my lack of confidence with being able to beat someone up, that I didn't do or act in a manner that I wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like
Yeah.
it's a trickle down effect. More of it like helping out self confidence more than anything else.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah, it's fighting. I wouldn't do it a lot, but as of right now, like one very, very, very small punch would crumple me. I'd save a lot of money on Ubering after the sun goes down.
Yeah.
It's fighting.
Kate, you're the only one of us that I think has physically fought, even if it was just in training. So.
And actually, I suck at it. I had to do the barbecue sauce wrestling and fight that girl at Talladega, and Dave put all this money on me.
Wait, was it in Talladega or was that her name?
It was at Talladega. It was in Talladega. I kind of thought I would do okay, and Dave put money on, and I got my ass beat so quick that I knew if she really wanted to fight me, I knew she could beat my ass. It was so humbling that I would love to be I know I could get my ass beat by anyone pretty much. So fighting,
Tommy.
Yeah, definitely fighting. That's one of my fantasies, daydreams, is you're the guy who nobody knows can fight, and one day someone picks on you or something at a bar, and you just kick somebody's ass.
I hate when I get picked on at a bar.
You know that universal feeling.
Oh, man.
they knock your Rubik's Cube off the.
Never happened to me, of course. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Tommy getting picked on over there.
Got stuffed into the locker.
Into this bar, get a locker.
Yeah, there was one time I was with this girl at a bar, and some guy apparently just grabbed her ass. I just couldn't do anything about it.
No.
I was just I'm sorry that happened.
If a dude sees me out with a girl at a bar that's listening right now, she's as good as yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just had to be what do you want me to do about that? We either leave here, you
blamed
groped
her
and me beat up, or you groped and me fine.
You're right though. If you didn't tell anyone and you trained for Rough and Rowdy for a year, and you came out and you whooped ass, everybody would be holy fuck! That would be the coolest fucking thing.
You could have spun it. What a pussy he is.
Yeah.
He would have grabbed my ass. I would have.
I didn't even see it. Are you sure?
Yeah.
So you guess
Outer experience. Yeah. There's.
What did you say?
It was actually me. That was me.
Did you say well, your shorts are pretty short?
pretty tight.
All right, Che.
I feel if I got into an actual fight, I would I don't go to bars necessarily. So
It doesn't have to be a bar fight. It could be any.
I know, but if I'm not in a bar fight, that's probably resulting in jail time. So that's what
You tried to fight Shane Gillis last week.
Yeah.
It's true.
Jail time?
No, to be clear, I tried to wrestle him.
Okay.
It would have been funny if you beat his ass though. That would have been amazing.
But yeah, that's also because I don't wrestle and I don't fight. So that's more of a curiosity, let's try this. But if I actually was able to fight, I would be an unstoppable force.
What makes you say that?
Okay.
Because I would just have supreme confidence and just be itching for someone to try and start a fight. So I don't want to be
Would you egg people on?
Of course.
So your qualm with being good at fighting is that you would beat too many people up too
You'd
intensely.
be a bully.
There'd be no men left on Earth.
Correct. Correct.
It all evolved.
Fought them all.
Into men.
I feel with some people, it almost turns into a magnetic thing where it's people want to fight Conor McGregor if they see him out. I want to beat this guy's ass. They want you become then people want to challenge you.
Right. I don't want
It's
that.
a bad thing. Yeah. But
Also, if you're good at fighting and lose, nobody cares. If you're bad at fighting and get beat up, you get sympathy.
yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. Owen, what would you have picked?
Options?
Fighting versus the Rubik's Cube / puzzles.
Dude, Rubik's
Tough.
Cube's awesome.
Okay, let's go. Pitch me.
I mean, I spent a year at a job in high school trying to do a Rubik's Cube without looking it up. I failed. I still have yet to do a Rubik's Cube.
Really?
All right, fighting.
Yeah. I will say, I do know one person that's really good at, he does 13-sided Rubik's Cubes, and he does them really fast. It's super impressive.
Little Sasquatch.
He does really?
Really?
Yep. He bought a speed cube and he does it right.
And
When-
let's take a poll. Does anybody think any higher of them now?
I do.
No.
I do.
I think it's a little bit cooler. But if he could fight really well, I think it's
I wish those were my two best skills.
fighting and solving Rubik's Cubes.
Or the guy who does both?
Yeah.
Same time, yeah.
All right, next up we have the number 10 seed, which Kate, you mentioned before, just being more fashionable, having better sense of style, being good at that sort of thing. And that's going up against the number 7 seed, drawing / just art, I guess. But drawing, I feel is the one. Because if you could draw really well, it'd be really cool. Owen, we'll start with you. Fashion / style or drawing?
Drawing. That'd be awesome. I used to love drawing, and then I sort of just gave it up. Yeah, I think you could just use that for so many different things. So I'll go with that.
The only thing I could ever make was the S. The stupid
Yeah, the middle school S.
1, 2,
The
3.
military
That
uniform one.
Eminem invented it. Someone tweeted that once. Eminem looks like the guy who invented that ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 for drawing. Jay?
Sorry, what was the option?
Fashion, and
Yeah.
drawing.
I feel like drawing. I like drawing. I used to really like drawing, like especially as a youth. But as an adult, there's very limited use. I guess graphic design.
Yeah,
We're
like,
not talking like QB draws. This is like physically.
Of course.
Okay.
you do so much with drawing. You can make merch here. You could hit merch bonuses that way. I mean, you could draw tattoos for Nick. I'm speaking as myself and not you. Lots of stuff. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So what you gonna go with?
Not drawing. Sorry.
Not drawing. So fashion.
Fashion. Because I mean, you can. I mean, we're in the public eye enough. It'd be awesome to be like the best dressed guy.
It's true. I couldn't even tell you who the best dressed person here is.
Rudy.
Rudy.
Yeah, but like if we were wearing what Rudy wore,
I was about to get.
Look like ass.
Oh, you would get destroyed.
Yeah.
all right, Kate. You get fucking destroyed, Nick.
I go fashion. I mean, look at me. I go fashion. I for a while I would have went like as a kid. I used to be obsessed with trying to draw good, and I never could. One 9th grade studio art, I drew an amazing picture of Top Cat. It's my greatest. It's my Mona Lisa.
Of who?
Of Top Cat cartoon. It was for some project.
I don't even know what the fuck.
I don't know what the fuck. Is that a Long Island cartoon?
Oh, it's like
I do not know.
cartoon.
No, I just have
Never heard of that.
Who's Top Cat?
You guys have never heard of Top Cat?
I've heard of Tom
I recognize him now. I
Cat.
see him,
How
but
fucking old are you, Tom?
He used to always have
Top
his
Cat.
cartoons on Boomerang.
yeah.
When I got direct.
This would make a lot of sense if Tommy grew up in the 50s.
Yeah, Tommy did grow up in the 50s, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad was Top Cat. Oh, this
Wow.
fucking show is awesome. Yeah, Boomerang. When we got DirecTV, that was a very big deal. It was $2.98, right below Nickelodeon.
That and Betty Boop was your other babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jetsons.
But no, I mean, it's been a long quest of mine to get better fashion, so I'll go fashion.
Better fashion, Kate.
Definitely fashion. Yeah.
All right, Nick.
1,000,000% fashion. It's a passive skill. You do it once, you get dressed in the morning, and then for the rest of the day.
You look good.
Yeah.
Fuck,
But I think fashion is more about the other intangibles, your personality, what you look like, your body type. I always get weirded out when guys look like Chester A. Arthur and are wearing like the nicest Yeezys and jeans and like
Classic
it
Chester
just
A.
doesn't look. They don't look fashionable. They just look out of place.
It doesn't have to be fancy. It's like your own, I don't know.
You gotta. Yeah.
Dudes that revamp their wardrobe in like one weekend, they'll go out and drop like $2,000, and then it doesn't work.
You can tell it's mall fashion.
It's like
Yeah.
Mitch
Piss off
Hedberg
from the
talking
mall,
about
yeah.
he wants to start wearing a beret, but like, when do you start?
When's
you
your
can't
first
just
day?
start wearing a beret. They're like, how do you?
Thought about that with cowboy hats many times. I
Yeah.
just can't start doing it.
It would be hard for any of us to just start dressing very different.
Yes, it would.
Like, Owen, you came in dressing like well.
Right.
It's like it was your thing. Not your thing.
You're right. The rest
It's
of
the
us
only
have
thing I know
called out
Owen
right
for.
away.
Right.
Yeah.
If I started dressing like Owen or Rudy, it'd be like,
It would be hilarious.
It would be very
me
funny.
and Tommy went to Uniqlo
yeah.
to try to find
Hate
clothes to
Uniqlo.
wear, and like we were just like, nah, I can't do this. It's like too bright, and it was like brown.
Yeah.
We would just pick up a shirt and be like, do you think Rudy would make fun of me for wearing it?
Yeah, but that was what it always was. Like Tommy picked up one of the most plain shirts ever. He's like, I'd probably get made fun of for this, wouldn't I? Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
I hate those shops where it's like they basically make it. It's like they're European large, but in American it's like a fucking extra small.
Yeah.
Like, it's the smallest thing, and it just will not fit your body right unless you have the world's longest torso and the smallest waist.
I
Like
go to
that's
this
incredible.
place Primark, and I'm a double XL.
That's
Oh shit,
Wow.
Yeah.
insane.
dude.
Those,
Like
pants,
135 pounds.
those pants are so cool. I don't even know
Those
those
were a
type of
gift.
pants exist.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, where do you even
Yeah.
go to get those pants? I bought a light green shirt at Uniqlo with Tommy, and I haven't worn it. The tag's still on it. I'm too afraid. Look like Shaggy every
Your
time I
eyes
wear
would
light
look
green.
incredible.
No, dude, I look like
Yes,
Shaggy
they
from
would.
Scooby Doo.
I that is a good point.
Yeah.
KB, fashion or drawing?
Yeah, it'll still be fashion.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And next
Who's
up,
gonna see your drawings unless you post them?
Right.
then
That's,
Yeah.
that's cringy.
That's weird. Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to think of who.
Being able to doodle.
It would be good. It'd be nice to like distract yourself.
Yeah.
I doodle
My
every
mom's an
single day.
artist, and like I don't know, just like the paper when she's on phones. I guess I just love my mom.
Oh,
That was nice, Owen. Next up, we have sports. Number 2 seed sports, being really, if you could be really just a lot better at sports, versus the number 15 seed video games. And we'll get more into like what that entails. But KB, video games or
honestly,
sports?
from the beginning, it would be sports by a mile. But now, as like, I'm not going to be an athlete, but I can profit off of being incredible and have fun with video games. I mean, same with sports, but It's still sports,
Is
but
sport-
close.
We don't have anything like is golf included?
Is it one
Like, so like
sport?
golf, yeah, golf.
Or you're just
no,
like
all.
all then it's sports. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when I tweeted out just like what would be the number one seed for this, like almost all the replies were golf.
But I think video games would be more profitable.
For sure.
Yeah.
Golf is huge.
One pro gamer was like, as soon as you get very good at video games, they are just not fun anymore.
Yeah.
I can see
are
that.
profitable.
They're
Yeah.
not having fun.
Well, because
those guys aren't having
they're
fun.
above the
Right.
threshold of what they like designed the game for.
They're like
Right.
not
No-
smiling playing. They're just
You
like
can't get serotonin because their benchmark is just destroying everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
What was
I didn't write sports as a submission, but I wrote just catching any ball well, which I think is better as an adult.
Yeah. Oh, like you never miss a catch.
Yeah.
I was I had like a family party.
be
and
awesome.
one of the little kids had a pop up.
Never
I
miss
caught
it.
the pop up, and it was just like, oh, thank God,
Uh-huh.
because it was very risky. Because if you miss it, everyone makes fun of you.
I was at the public pool once in high school, and this guy tried to throw a splash ball at a girl, and I caught it.
Ooh, yeah.
those, like,
I didn't look at the girl,
snags.
but I know like she nothing happened from it, but I felt
Right.
really good.
Right.
It does look good though. I remember a girl I really liked. She came and watched me play basketball, and it was just one of those days where everything was going in.
Yeah.
And now I was like, I just feel like I'm being so impressive right now. I wasn't. Again, nothing happened from it. But
Right.
Stuff. Homophobia never rears its ugly head more than when you throw a loose spiral.
Yeah.
Oh
Your
yeah, and it's just on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah. I wanted to say.
You'll hear me screaming it in Sheep's Meadow, dude.
So sports versus video games, Nick. Ninja was making $500,000 a month, by the way, playing video games.
Do the best gamers
But I mean, the
make
best
money?
athletes make
Yeah.
50.
Yeah, but we're
but like
we're at a
at this
point where
point in
you
your
can't
life,
You're
become
too old
pro.
for pro sports.
If you were
Maybe
that
golf.
great at it,
So I was at my buddy's bachelor party at a cabin, and they were just playing spike ball the whole time, and I couldn't do it. So I just like sat there with like my legs crossed like this, even though I've never sat like this. And I was like, "Oh, good one, boys! Oh, nice one!" And I just like ended up like rooting for the guys. And I wish I could. It's sports.
Yeah.
Sports. Kate?
Definitely sports. Yeah. No, I
Shout
hate.
out
I'm not a
sports.
video gamer. Never made it.
Tommy?
sports. I mean, if we want to go specifically like golf, like if I could just be serviceable at golf, or just like good enough to not embarrass myself and like have a fun day on the golf course,
Yeah.
it's golf. It's sports.
Jay?
I think if you separated sports, non-golf, and golf, I think those could both be one seed. So putting them together, it's a super team. So sports.
Super team. Owen?
I agree with what Che just said, and I think I'd go golf over the rest of the sports.
I agree.
I think
It's always nice
say
to
it's for-
surprise somebody that you're like
Yeah.
good at a
Yes.
sport.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're never going to surprise somebody. Maybe it's just the way we all look that you're good at a video game.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, Che's great at. Oh my God, Che's good at Overwatch. Okay.
You know when you're playing Smash the other day with like Emrags?
Yeah.
So like I was playing as Ganondorf and I was whooping his ass the first two games, and like he was like so surprised. I was like, hey, "Fuck yeah, this rocks!" But then again, like it's if I could have dunked, it would have been 20 times.
I
more
would be
impressive.
way more surprised if you dunked.
Yeah.
And if you did a combo in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It was with Ganondorf though. Like, I was meaning Ganondorf.
I don't know what that
for sure.
means,
Yeah.
You
Virgin.
do know what it means.
I know exactly
You
what
know what it means. You fucking liar. Okay, before we get into our playoffs, let's hear really quick from our final sponsor of the night, Everlywell. Folks, let's talk about Everlywell. When you know more, you can do more. What if you could use science to discover more about your body? Find out what you need for a healthier tomorrow with Everlywell. Everlywell is digital healthcare designed for you, all at an affordable and transparent price. With over 30 at-home lab tests, you'll be able to choose the test that makes the most sense for you and get the answers you need, like the men's health and thyroid test that both me and Jeff, had taken before with the LCB banner. Here's how it works. Everlywell, they ship you the products directly to your house, your apartment, whatever, everything in one package. You take your at-home lab test, simply collect your sample, and use the included prepaid shipping label to mail it back to a certified lab. Your physician-reviewed results get sent to you by phone or device in just days. You can share the results with your primary care physician to help you guide next steps. So simple, over 1 million people have trusted Everlywell to support their health and wellness goals, and you should too. I did the men's health test, found out that my T levels, not too low, but getting a little low. Got checked up by a urologist, make sure that all got checked out and fixed. Everlywell is doing a special discount to 20% off at home lab test at everlywell.com/LCB. That's everlywell.com/LCB for 20% off your next at-home lab test. everlywell.com/LCB.
Love that company.
Thank you, Everlywell.
The show's
All right.
doing well. Is that
Yeah, 3 ads.
3 ads. Well, partially maybe because we had off last week.
No, it's
No.
the show.
I don't know.
Shows
We're-
I'm on are low.
Yeah, trust me. We only have half an ad.
We
I
actually
have to choose whether to say simply or safe.
what was the issue when we tried to upload it on iTunes? They're like, yeah, you got no ads. You can't even air this as a
Oh
podcast.
yeah, we just had no ads. They wouldn't
Yeah.
let us upload an episode.
They're like, you can't upload this on iTunes or Spotify. Because
I love that. There should be a harder threshold to start a podcast.
Yeah, if you can't sell an ad, you can't
Yeah.
publish a podcast. Okay, so on our playoff, first off, we have the number 4 seed Languages versus the number 5 seed Fitness. We'll start with you this time, KB.
The languages. Yeah.
Languages without a
Simple
doubt.
as that. Yep.
You wouldn't want to be like jacked out of your mind
I do, and I will one day.
one day.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You have that skill. You have the motivation and the drive for that. I, on the other hand, do
I
not.
won't. I don't have the
either.
eating habits to do that.
It's-
Maybe yeah.
You'd have to eat a lot.
Is it all learning languages, or you are fluent?
You're in perfect shape.
Yes.
Like, no, you're the worst person to ask
You're
here.
perfectly fine as is. Like,
Yeah.
what would you want to get?
Including your legs.
Oh, once you
looking
get
in the
into
eyes.
it, you develop
Yeah, exactly.
dysmorphia. You just want to get better and better. It's a disease.
To me, it's just like it's diminishing returns. Like it just you get more.
When
fit,
you
more fit,
plateau, and then
it's
it's
you're either not fit or you're fit, and it's like you just want to be more in the fit end.
it's
and
a good way to
that's
look
enough.
at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's languages.
Nick,
It's fitness.
Fitness?
Yeah, it would like fitness dudes eat the worst fucking foods
Disgusting.
too. It's just always like wet chicken.
chicken and rice,
Yeah.
Here's my that's
but
it.
like not the good chicken and rice.
No,
it's
no,
the bad
it is-
kind. It's the white people
and,
kind.
like they're just like loving it. They're like, yeah, you just need to do this 12 times a day. Eat like this goose.
Yeah.
So, no, dude. They're always munching on fucking boiled goose, dude.
Always.
soft boiled good.
Kate, fitness versus languages.
Definitely languages. Oh, I want to travel someday, and I think it'd be a lot easier if I.
But here's the thing, I always think about that too. Like if I could go to Italy and like converse, like they would just be like, "You're an asshole. I speak English." Like, you know what I mean? Like because they all anywhere you go, they all speak English anyway. So like it's just, you look like a dick. I feel like when
But
you
even then, if you don't say it, but you can just you know what people are saying.
that too, yeah.
You're more aware. It's easier to get around knowing signs. I would go languages for sure.
My
languages.
friend lives in Switzerland and he speaks French like pretty good. He studied it for a while, and like whenever he tries to speak it, they just respond to him in English.
English,
And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, that would
Like-
suck. Yeah.
I can fucking speak French, but like they could tell.
Yeah.
So that being said, it's still speaking.
I thought they speak some weird language in Switzerland, like Romansh or something like that.
That's like a very small part of the country.
Okay,
They mostly
all right.
speak French or Italian
Dutch.
or German.
Gotcha. All right, Che,
Definitely not languages, so being in shape.
being in shape.
But you're already.
Could be better.
Thanks to TB12.
You do the
That's the issue
TB12
with
method.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
It was that I feel like you
Best
should
you
be
could be.
picking the languages without a doubt. Yeah.
I would rather have like $20 than learn a new language.
Wow, that's crazy.
Insane.
Do you know how much people pay for like Rosetta Stone? Like it's like $400.
I don't want to go anywhere.
But it doesn't. You don't have to go anywhere else to like employ a foreign language. Like you can learn
would have-
Spanish and
I would-
use it all the time here if you wanted to.
Spanish, maybe, yes. But like realistically, when am I using that in my current
You
life?
could also understand
don't-
it.
Yeah.
You could consume a lot of Latin
Yeah, like
content.
find out if somebody's talking shit about
Yeah.
you, like while you're standing
Dude,
right
you
there.
I would own- that'd
you
be
could
better
probably
than
become
speak.
like an analyst for like ESPN Deportes doing translation calls for fucking
No,
draft.
you don't want that.
You could. There's.
You would rather have $20.
Yeah.
And you said realistically, when can you use it? In New York, you could use it every single fucking
There's a
day.
trillion languages here.
You could use each one of them. There's a neighborhood for
Every
every
single one.
language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't live here. So I'm just like
Jersey is
I'm in
filled
and
with
out.
you're
people who
never
speak
here.
Spanish.
Again, this is changing my routine in which I'm not interested in doing. So in my current I have zero barriers.
And if you're not interested in changing your routine, you wouldn't want to get better at fitness. You should just pass on this vote.
Yeah, all of these
Do an abstain.
would involve changing your day-to-day life.
Yeah.
You seem to.
No, because I
misachieve.
do fitness things. I worked out 2 days in a row. Shout out to me.
Charles Cheah.
So yeah, I would like to be better at that. So that would be the least amount of change I feel.
All right, Owen. We got languages versus fitness.
It's languages, yeah.
Languages is going to move on. Next up, we have knowing spots, which we talked about for our chain game, Victor, versus the number 18 seed singing/music. This is a tough one. You get to start first, Owen.
Everybody made a really good point about the people who are talented at singing or instruments. Nobody else really likes them. I think everyone's jealous. So that might have swayed me. What was the other option?
Knowing
the
spots,
spots.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the coolest.
It's a good point.
I'll
Owen.
do that.
Or sorry, Che.
Yeah, I think knowing spots, especially vacations and stuff like that, it'd be great to just do all that.
Who's your favorite singer? I'm curious. Yeah.
Like single singer or like a band?
It could be
Singer,
anybody.
so
It could be
one
married.
person.
Person who sings.
Colin Malloy from the Decemberists, James Hetfield from Metallica, Anthony Kiedis, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
He's a fast talker.
Yeah, he's not quite a singer.
Sure. Colin Malloy probably.
No Steven Tyler?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Steven Tyler once open hand smacked Steven Cheah?
Gloves,
Whoa.
gloves
Love.
slapped me.
Love slapped him.
He challenged you to a duel?
At a concert or something?
This was on, yeah.
At the
It
Super
was,
Bowl, yeah.
what was it? It was the way into
Parking
the
lot.
concert? Yeah, the parking lot. Yeah.
Oh.
There's a picture of it too. It just looks like a very angry Steven Tyler.
Wow.
Very funny.
Huh.
It's so funny. Tommy.
Yeah, I originally was going singing, but the more I think about it, it would be probably a little bit sad to be like really good at singing, but not be famous for it or anything.
Yeah.
You know, like just be like, oh, I have this
Yeah,
immense talent.
all
and
those like
ability.
hostesses in Nashville that are like
Right.
more
Yeah.
talented than a lot of people.
Right, but it's like they're
Right.
like they just
do.
can't get their big break.
Yeah.
Being a famous singer isn't about being a good singer.
Yeah, it's also
Right.
It's about
very
just getting
true.
lucky or like
Tits.
being
or
hot.
titties.
The song has to be good.
Knowing
catchy.
I want to know cool
Catchy.
spots.
I wouldn't even say
Catchy,
good.
catchy, not good.
I want to know cool spots.
That's what I feel like whenever I listen to like Dua Lipa, I'm like, I feel
good.
it's like none of this is good. It's like factory made music just for a hot person to deliver, and like there's just a
it's-
market
it's
for that.
catchy.
But
It's catchy.
that's what I mean. It's like factory made catchy music. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like being a popular musician isn't about talent as
Yeah.
much as it used to be.
Yeah, it's just about being.
I'll
catchy.
go.
I'm not knocking it.
To Nick's point, there's also like people who just talk. Like there's music I like that doesn't take good singing.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
That's true.
I wouldn't say the front bottoms are good.
No, not at
Singing.
all. Like everything sounds bad in a vacuum.
What would you? So Tom,
I'm going knowing cool spots.
3 for known cool spots. Kate.
When I lived in California, my uncle came out to visit, and I was like, "You got to go to this restaurant that I have discovered. It's so cool. It's like so quirky and wacky." And I took him there. He was from Indianapolis. He's like, "This is a Joe's Crab Shack," and I didn't know that. I did not know that was a chain that everyone had. I was like, "You're not going to believe this place." So yeah, and I showed him too. I thought Blue Moon beer was like, I was like, they put an orange on the glass. Wow, like I thought that was cool. So yeah, again, knowing cool spots.
Knowing cool spots. It's gonna move on, but
This
Nick?
is insane. This is
oh.
the number one thing.
the knowing cool
I think
spots.
for like the general consensus, the music, singing
Oh, music and
would
singing.
be the number one thing that people want to be better at.
I think you're
Not
correct.
singing, but like I think the journey of getting better at music is like the fun part, like learning shit.
Yeah.
Like if you're
dude.
immediately
I disagree.
granted
That's
with-
the worst part.
Oh, yeah.
I just want the instant results.
No, because you hear a song, just like I'm going to try to learn that. Like
But even if you weren't famous, you could do like bands and like gigs and like blow people away.
True.
Yeah.
yeah, you could.
Drummer would be.
I would do.
yeah.
I would.
But okay,
production.
I wouldn't want to be drummer only because the amount of space that would take up in wherever you live to try
Yeah, you
and be
can't.
good at.
You can
Yeah.
only practice drums.
I
Like
follow this guy on TikTok who just has one in his closet of his
Yeah.
parents' bedroom or house.
I know him.
he
He's
just
incredible,
shreds.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it would be
It'd be
interesting.
production because I would just make my own music to listen to because I like that stuff. I would remix
Just
songs.
insular music.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about DJ too?
It's a closed loop of amazing music. That's
what's your DJ name be? Do you have one?
Diablo.
A few SoundCloud accounts.
What are they?
I tried to do mashups in college.
Okay.
too.
Wait, really?
It's not that hard.
I try to do mashups.
You just need to like.
I think some songs would go better together, like mixed up.
Can you give me
yeah.
an example that you remember of 2 songs you mashed up?
I did. I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, and then Airplanes by B.O.B. and
sounds
Haley
so
Williams.
fun.
Yeah. I did one with that was I just copied the White Pandas Firefly song and just changed one song around and then played it for people and they loved it.
You literally only have to look up BPM this song, BPM that song, and that's
They
it.
match.
You're done. You're done.
I did the 2 friends method where you just take the remixes. I would just put like 5
Yeah.
songs for a 10-minute. Like,
They just
power hour.
they just put songs back to back.
Yeah, but
Is that
it's-
what that is?
Yeah, this mashup. That's a
made
playlist.
And they just played it right in a
There
row.
will be no big booty slander on this podcast.
Okay.
No,
it's
I'm
not
for it.
slander. They just rediscovered the playlist.
So you would have picked no.
would've
You would have
picked
picked
music.
Music. You would have
Music.
picked music as well. All right. Well, no one spots is moving on anyway.
Knowing spots be
I'm probably gonna hate this.
Knowing spots is going up.
These
now.
dudes don't know about Yelp.
Knowing spots is going up against language. KB, you go first.
language. Blowout.
blowout victory, you think?
Yes.
I will see.
Okay.
Nick?
Watch Lou Shao on YouTube. He's this very tall black man who'll go into like he knows every fucking language. It's awesome. And the people are so touched when like you know their language.
That's true.
That's my number one far and away. That was the first thing I wrote down.
Yeah. I think that too, because then you know spots. Once you know other languages too, you know more spots. So I think but I think I would go with languages.
You also know like the right things to order too.
Yeah,
You know the right things to order at like a different type of restaurant. Like you're in great shape.
Yeah.
I think you can learn about a culture, but when you learn the language of a culture, like I don't know, it opens up this whole other like thing. So I would go language.
Language, Tommy.
I'm going knowing spots. I want to know spots so bad. I want to stop going to all the same places on 3rd Avenue over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I'll go know spots.
All right, Jay.
No one spots.
Two
I also don't really know how to use Yelp. But
It is the
That's the point,
simplest
is, like,
thing in the world.
Good places won't be on Yelp. You know,
That's
cool
right.
spots you
Yeah.
want to recommend to people.
Tommy, I think you're lying to yourself. I think there's a comfort in the familiarity of the places you go, and you would still do that despite knowing other spots that are cool.
But I could tell other people.
Yeah. You just want the ability to tell other people.
Telling people to go to
yourself.
cool spots.
Yeah, I've never been.
Oh, I've been recommending this fried chicken place up by Chef Donnie. I've never.
I love doing that. Recommending places I've never been to.
I hear this place is cool.
Yeah.
All right, so Che, you're gonna go with knowing spots. Owen,
Languages.
languages is
Yeah, I
going on.
know
to
more
the finals.
spots than I do.
Someone ever asked you like, "Hey, I'm going to be in New York City. Like, what should I do?" And then you just come up with a list of things you've never done yourself.
Yeah, and then just like, how was it? I want to know.
I don't know.
Say that after.
Yeah,
How was that
just
place?
to figure it out.
All right, on the other side of the bracket, we have fighting, the number 6 seed versus the number 3 seed rather, against the number 6 seed. Spit and game. Owen, spit and game versus fighting.
I don't do either of these.
I don't think many of us here do.
I'm too old for this shit. I guess spitting game.
Spit and game, one for spit
Less
and game.
violent of the two.
Che?
spit and game. I went almost 20 years without having sex, so that sucked.
Almost
At which
20?
point in your life did it start, the 20 years without sex?
Birth.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
That's
Are we going
Funny
with?
if he was starting that at like 4.
It's Catholic.
Tommy.
I'm going fighting. I just think it would be really cool to fight.
And I like you. I think that was your hypothetical where it's like no one knows he could fight and they find out you're a good fighter through.
Right, like if I was a good fighter,
So me and Tommy had this hypothetical at the shore because like we were at this bar and it would be so awesome if this dude came up, sucker punched Tommy, but he ate it and he looked
and you're just like,
and he was like,
spit out the blood.
"I'll give you one more," and then beat his ass. Tommy just beat his
You
ass.
wouldn't need to spit game. Everyone would just flock
True.
to you instantly.
100%.
If you did that, I think if you spit out the blood, you did like the, and
Yeah.
like, I'll give you one more chance. Like,
No, he like looks at his blood on his fingers like, "Huh."
didn't know that could happen.
Oh, you're shocked by it. Okay.
God, I'm getting
Just made this
excited just thinking about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Do you want to stage it? Do you want me to sucker punch you next time?
Like a blood capsule in your mouth. Yeah. Oh, Kate
Fighting 110%. Yeah.
Oh, she adjusted the
added it on. Yeah.
You know what?
Was that 100? I'll bump that
Pick it
up.
up a notch.
After the scenario we just laid out, it had to go
Yeah,
up.
it's
a little
fighting.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another for fighting, Nick.
Yeah.
KB, spit and game versus fighting.
Mine would just not spitting game. It would just be talking to girls.
Talking to girls in general. So you're gonna include that?
What's the difference?
One is like you're flirtatious. You have
You mean
a sexual.
platonically speaking?
Just
to women?
any women.
Speaking to any women.
professionally, platonically, family members who are women.
So you're gonna pick spit and game.
Just talking. Yeah.
Forgot the word mom and sister.
Just speaking. Bad at
This is my brother. This is my family member who's a woman.
All right, we have a tie. Gooch, you want to break it? Fighting versus spit and game.
I would have gone spitting game, but the fighting scenario that was just laid out has completely swayed me, and I have to go fighting now.
Now we're gonna have the other side to go up against fighting. Sports, being good at sports versus being good at fashion/style. KB.
It's sports, but I also don't know how awesome that would be.
There has to be.
How
certain
often are we
scenarios
in
place?
scenarios where we could impress people with our athletics?
We're literally doing a mini golf tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, but like that's the thing.
If I won that, I wouldn't really. I would forget
It'd
about
affect
it the
your
next
life.
day.
But like your fashion sense affects you every single day of your life. Is and like the sports thing.
Yeah, but
a
that's
certain
something
scenario
very.
has to
You
happen.
could kind of get. You could, if you wanted it bad enough, you could be better at fashion.
Same thing with sports to a degree.
Or like money for me. Like,
That too. Yeah.
But it's sports, yeah.
It's fashion. It's passive.
Yeah.
You have these items, and then you're just set. But like you found, it's fashion.
And again, like it affects every day.
But golf is probably the top because
Yes.
you can go to scrambles, like open tournaments, and
You get to play
wow
with
people.
rigs.
Yeah, my main thing in life is like trying to make sure I still feel like a man. And if you're out playing golf with like adults later in life and you're good, you'll feel like a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. All right, Kate.
I'm fashion still. I feel like you don't need much of a social media following to start making money with fashion and doing fashion stuff on there. It's pretty easy. So I feel like I could continue that route. Whereas sports, I don't know. I don't want to feel like a man.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah, you don't feel like a lady.
to feel like a lady.
Wait, do you-
I don't know.
Little dainty lady.
like a
I would love to
female family
crush at
member.
golf, though. I would love to be good at golf because I love playing, but I suck at it.
I think that's going to be
Videos
like,
of Brandon hidden.
I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
we've
also
all
the
made it
inverse of
this
that
far.
where like Mincy was like swinging the bat and like going in a full circle. Like it can be devastating if you're really bad at a sport. Tommy.
That is bad. Fuck.
So I think with sports, it's a little similar to singing, where if you're really good but haven't hit the pro level yet, it could be a little annoying. Or it's like, oh, I was a shoulder injury away from. Just sound like Smitty now, but like I think that like I think I'll still go sports.
I'm switching to sports. I'm sorry.
I think I'm
Yeah,
going.
I-
Yak basketball has been haunting me.
Right. Yeah.
Dude,
myself.
basketball, if I
Not
could
be
be good at
bad,
one
yeah.
sport, it would be basketball. Hands down.
The one you can't fake.
Yeah.
I
Right.
love playing so much, and if I was good, yeah.
I loved playing football with my friends because I would just be a wide receiver and just not get open.
Yeah.
That would be it. Like,
Being incredible at football now, though, would kind of suck. Like,
suck.
You have to be
Yeah.
a
So few
huge
opportunities.
douche to show like off your skills.
It's
Yeah.
golf and basketball. I
Yeah,
think are the big
basketball
two
is a
right
big
now.
one.
Exactly.
Even beer league softball.
But the more
just go hit
obscure, I
the
think, would
ball.
be better, like bowling or
Yeah.
Oh,
Darts,
you're
any,
really
like-
good at bowling?
Yeah.
Darts would
Yeah.
be cool.
Darts are awesome.
Oh, being
man.
good at pool.
being good at
shuffle.
yeah.
Pool, yeah.
Oh, we've talked about we kind of hate those guys too, though.
hacky
What,
sack.
like pool jockeys?
Yeah, like
We're
the guys who
jealous
played
of
at crowded bars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
way different
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. I'm just talking like you go
Yeah,
to your
but just
friend's
being
house that has a
good to
pool
play.
table.
Remember when we almost went into that pool hall, but we were just too intimidated?
Yeah,
There's nobody in there.
just rolling table. Yeah,
It's going to move on, but Jay, sports?
Sports.
Owen, sports as well. All right, so Owen, you go first. Sports versus fighting, which are kind of fighting is a sport in a way.
yeah. It kind of inhales it. I would have went sports anyway, just for golf, I think, and basketball. Any sport we said that you could still kind of flex in adulthood
Yeah.
would be nice to have.
Jay,
Sports.
another for sports. Tommy,
I can't get that scenario Nick laid out of my head of just eating a punch. Also, like you said, being able to walk home confidently.
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna mess
Yeah.
with me, and if so, it's gonna be their problem.
Yeah.
Right.
anyone want to change their vote? I'm just going to right now.
I'm going with fighting. I think I might just start learning how to fight.
Fight. Learn like Krav Maga. That would be amazing. And it would also feed more into people thinking you're Jewish. It's an Israeli martial
You
art.
showed up and they're just like, oh, actually, no.
Yeah. Like, we're going to move you on
We've
somewhere
never
else.
said
Yeah, he goes to his first class. There's like, there's nothing we could do to help.
Look in the
We're
mirror,
actually going to
twerp.
close our doors after
Where they just
years
kick
of
the shit out of you.
There's a good movie about this exact scenario called The Art of Self-Defense.
Yes,
Yes.
great movie.
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg. It's very, very funny. If
You have a lot of Eisenberg in you.
do.
Thank you.
Think of that.
I'm sure that was meant as a compliment.
No, it was.
Oh, all right.
He does win at the end of that movie too. So
And he's Mark
Dorky charm.
Zuckerberg.
yeah, he is Mark Zuckerberg.
Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah, I forgot about. We did. Talk,
Here's
we
something
talked to him
lame.
about
I
that, too.
listened
We
to a
interviewed him.
podcast about that movie over break, but I've never seen it.
What Social Network?
No, the
Batman versus
Art of Self-Defense.
Oh, Art of Self-Defense.
Yeah,
That's
it's interesting. I've been meaning
You
to
ever
watch
seen
it.
It's on Hulu. Check it out. Kate.
Still, I gotta go with fighting. I also think about those, like, you see those viral videos of the bodega camera captures. Like, some guy tried to rob this girl and she ended up whooping his ass. Like, I want to be that viral lady.
There's the one they posted on the main account where a guy beat up 4 people trying to jump him.
Yeah.
In the middle of a crowd. And it was awesome. It was so cool.
Yeah, I would dream that would happen. I would get a camera and I could go super viral.
like found footage of you
Yeah.
beating someone's ass.
whooping somebody's ass.
CCTV. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Nick.
Tommy almost swayed me. But then I just remembered Che posted a video of me yesterday making a 3-pointer, and it was embarrassing.
It was still embarrassing.
Sports.
No.
Oh, it was awesome.
No, it wasn't
Mike
awesome.
Breen on the call.
Sure, yeah, that was, but like looking at me,
It was awesome in the sense that it was funny.
yes. I made a 3-pointer.
And that was
Sass's
hilarious.
face.
Yeah, so but doesn't
And it
that
was
kind of prove that no
embarrassing.
matter how good you are,
But if it looked good,
if your form looked
it
better,
wouldn't be embarrassing.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, KB.
It's sports. Like there's skateboarding, which would be awesome.
Yeah, true.
Skateboarding would be
Yeah.
sick. Yeah.
It's kind of an unfair matchup. It's one sport versus the rest.
Yeah. All right, so now we're going to have the finals. The number 2 seed sports versus the number 4 seed languages. This is a fucking death trap
a funny
matchup for
matchup.
you.
For me,
Maybe you start. This is a death match. I can't even. This is gonna be tough to figure out. I'm very surprised you didn't.
My brain is telling me
You want me to go in first? You want me to go ahead?
language because I think that's the more impressive for an adult. But I still would pick where I am in life, sports.
Where you are right now, you'd pick sports.
Yeah, like I said, skateboarding, snowboarding, skiing.
Yeah. And you can. I feel like you can break into some of those later in your life.
It's tough. Well, I think we're aged out of the
You could be a darts
prime
player
of
right
all
now.
sports.
Well, you could be like fucking, or the guy we saw in darts, Michael Van Gerwen. He's like 50 years old.
Right, but that's like you're missing out if you're good at all sports and you're just like, okay, but my only route is darts. Knowing that
You should have seen the crowd that was watching those darts games. It was insane.
It's language, I think, for me.
One for language, Kate.
Looking at it at what age we are and we're past our prime, I think now if I was super good at either, eventually I would become an instructor and just make money teaching what I love. And I would much rather teach some kid how to surf than how to speak Cantonese or something.
Yeah, that's good.
And so I would go sports.
I forgot about surfing.
Yeah.
Surfers won, what was it, their coolest move bracket? We talked about surfers were the coolest
Yes.
ones. Yeah,
I
damn.
follow so many surf accounts. They're so cool.
But here's the thing: we're Barstool Sports. We can't fucking have sports win. That is so unlike us,
Yeah.
especially for
lame.
this show.
True.
All right, Tommy.
Yeah, I mean it's chalk, but it's easily sports. Just on the amount of times you get to showcase it, you'll be way more likely to showcase your sports.
Yeah.
than foreign language.
All right, Che.
In another language, deportes.
That's good.
Yeah?
I like that. I like that. That's
You swayed me for. Yep, you ruined it, Jay. I'm switching language.
Owen, what would you pick?
That was sick.
Sports.
Our winner of the bracket, presented by Barstool Sports, is sports.
Whoa.
Of things we
You.
wish we were better at, which is
Oh yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
all right. Good episode. We'll be back next week with a new topic. And reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, to hit that subscribe button, get our goddamn numbers up.
What's up?
But until then, thank you to everyone here. We'll see you next time.